out guys, KR is back with a video. It has been long time to compare the two processors. So for the first time or with the fresh, we are comparing with the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 and A16 Bionic. So without any further ado, let's get started.
Well, talking about the announcement of both the processor, Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 was announced at 20 May 2022, while A16 Bionic was announced at 7 September 2022, which means A16 is new as compared to Snapdragon. Well, talking about the CPU in Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, you will get the performance score of 1 Cortex X2, which is speed at 3.2 GHz, while at low performance side you will get the Cortex 3 over here, which is of A710, and the speed is over 2.75 GHz. Over the efficiency side you will get the 4 Cortex core, which is based on A510, and the speed is 2 GHz, which is the great and update as compared to the 888 plus or 888. While in Apple's A16 Bionic chip, you'll get the two cores for high performance, which is named by the Everest, and the speed is 3.46 gigahertz over here. So it is little bit better as compared to 8 plus Gen 1. And from the previous one, A15, if we compare over here, there is a slightly boost, which is around the 3.25 over there, but now it is 3.46. You can check it out my old video of the comparison. So not pretty much change. And for the efficiency, you will get the 4 core, which is named as the sawtooth, is speed at the 2.02 gigahertz, which is as similar as A15. Now the names are pretty funny because the sawtooth, if you have seen the movie Wrong Turn, it is similar to that thing. So it is the little bit funny over the funnier side. But talking about the improvement as compared to A15, so there is a slightly boost, not pretty much compared to the A14 to A15, but A16 is slightly updated in terms of CPU. Well, talking about the cores, you will get the 8 cores in Snapdragon 8 plus Gen 1, while in A16 you will get 6 cores. So in the CPU frequency over here, 8 plus Gen 1 is scoring 3200 megahertz, while we can easily say, as per the performance in the comparison, the A16 has scored pretty much great in the terms of the thing, but I think it might be little bit better as compared to the previous one. Over here the score is 3460 megahertz. On the CPU fabrication side, you will get the 4 nanometer by side in both the processor. So it is great for battery efficiency, and this time and each and every processor with the Apple comes has improvement in the battery as well as in their phone also. While talking about the GPU, Snapdragon is going with their Adreno 730, has always they are coming with the Adreno, and Apple has always comes with the Apple GPU. Now memory type over here is the first time Apple is going with the LPDDR5 as the first time, and the Snapdragon, it is coming from a couple of times with the LPDDR5. So both has the same RAM, which is LPDDR5. Well, talking about the size, Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 can go up to 24 GB of the RAM variant, which is the very huge. But over here, Apple A16 Bionic has been improved. It can go now up to 8 GB RAM, which is the great for the Apple, because the things of Apple, the RAM thing is very low, but 8 GB I think is the very powerful and will be impacting to the Android a lot. Well, talking about the NPU, Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 comes with their own hexagon style, while Apple A16 Bionic comes with that neural engine. Talking about the storage, Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 comes with the UFS 3.1, while in the terms of storage, Apple can easily beat any processor in the terms of phone sector, because A16 Bionic chip and any other chip Apple makes come with the NVMe storage, which is a very great While in the memory frequency, it is surprising that Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 has the same, while A16 Bionic has the same, but over here in Snapdragon you will get the 3200 megahertz of frequency, while in A16 Bionic you will get the 6400 megahertz. So it is kindly surprising that it is doubling the thing, but don't know the terms and the optimization maybe comes in this matter. While talking about the display, you will get the near to 4K display in Snapdragon 8 plus Gen 1, while A16 Bionic comes with the better little bit of better pixel improved display as compared to the previous one. While talking about the camera, in Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, it goes up to 200 megapixel single camera, while in Apple A16 Bionic, you'll get the single camera of 48 megapixel, because Apple does not tell the certain things, the capability of the megapixel and all that stuff. But according to guess, A16 or Bionic has this much capability because it has been seen in the iPhone 14, so that is why I'm telling this. Now, talking about the video capture, you'll get the 8K at 30 FPS in Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, as well as the playback thing is the same. While in A16 Bionic, you'll get the 4K at 60 FPS in both the side by side, whether you tell the capture or playback. Now talking about the modem, you'll get in Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, which is the X65, the Snapdragon own thing, but Apple doesn't tell that which they have put inside their phone. Also the connectivity of the 4G, you will get the Cat 24 in both the side by side. And the downloading speed over here is not mentioned by the Apple, but talking about the Snapdragon, you'll get the similar. At last, the benchmark in Snapdragon, you'll get the single core score of 1312, and multi core, you'll get the 4129. Overall, the score is more than 10 lakhs, or we can say near to 11 lakhs. While in Apple's A16 Bionic, you'll get the improved from the Snapdragon, which is the single core 1861, multi core 5234, and overall the score is a little bit lesser than the 10 lakh, which is like 97,000, or we can say 9 lakh 74,529, similar or around that the score will remain. We can always tell that the benchmark thing is always up down, or maybe increasing decreasing thing, depends on the optimization. But this time this is the perfect score or near to that. In the outro you will see that I have not tell the A16 a great winner, because the capability of compared to the A15 to the A16 has not pretty much improved, but the mark of the frequency are breaking. So I'm a little bit confused of that thing. Either maybe the specs they have announced or in the papers that uh, has been not proper, because there is a slightly improvement, but the scores are like 200 more, we can say that, because it is a very much ahead. And in the scoring thing it has remains remember. So the main motive in the overview, or we can say the output of the main, is that the comparison has been not pretty much great as compared to the 888 plus or A15. So that is why the outro, if you are watching, it will be something like that.
So according to lot of discussion, I think A16 must do pretty much better, because if the optimization is thing, then 8 plus Gen 1 should be optimized more over there. But keeping aside as compared to A14 or A15, the specs are pretty much powerful and we can see a quite better improvement. But over here there is a slight improvement, but it is more on the optimization side. So just tell me in the comments what are your questions, and just like, share, and subscribe the video. Press bell notification to also never miss any other